Are you a complainer? Do you complain about everything? Well, in this series, I'm going to talk about complainers or being a complainer. But we're not going to focus on the negative side. We're going to focus on the idea of having the attitude of gratitude, being grateful, being thankful for the stuff you got and who you are. Are you ready? Let's go.
Yo, hello, Mr. Brown. Hello, Mr. Brown. Hello, Mr. Brown.
Complainers. Most of us don't like complainers because they kind of bring everything down. They're always so negative. But many of us don't realize that we're the complainers, that we complain a lot. It's too cold. It's too hot. There's nothing to eat in the house. I have nothing to wear. Oh my word. I'm bored. There's nothing to do. I mean, some of you complain so much, you complain about not having something to complain about. I don't have nothing to complain about. Oh, that's sad. I should have something to complain about. Many of you would never say something like that, but you know what? We can have a negative attitude about everything. Some of you complain so much it's like this dark cloud over your head everywhere you go, and people see you coming. Sometimes they try to avoid you because they don't want to be negative. They don't want to be brought down or be sad. And the only way to change that is to change your attitude. Now, it's been said before, your attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you won't go anywhere. Now, saying everything's always perfect and you never have a reason to be upset about something or disappointed or frustrated. But the reality is, do you always have to complain, or can you choose the attitude of gratitude? That's what I'm talking about today, choosing the attitude of gratitude. Now, many of you know me already. You know I love talking with my hands. See, my hands kind of talk for me, not like hand puppets, but I love talking with my hands. So I love hand motions to help you remember things. Now, some of you may think it's silly. Some of you may think it's awesome. Some of you may think that's just weird. I don't care, but I came up with this. I like this. I choose the attitude of gratitude. Want to try it with me? I choose the attitude of gratitude. Attitude, the way you think. When I say attitude, I mean this. The way you approach life, the way you approach situations. For an example, let's say your teacher tells you tomorrow you're having a 4-hour test. What will be your attitude? How will you respond or react to what your teacher just said? Many of you will choose to be upset and get all in your feelings, get all mad about it. You have a negative attitude. Or some of you might say, okay, great. I have 24-hour notice. I can go study. That means you have a positive attitude. Your attitude is how you look at things, how you choose to look at things, and those are feelings inside, and then how you express them. Those two things, how you think about them on the inside, how you express them on the outside, that becomes your attitude. So what I'm talking about today is how to choose the attitude of gratitude. I choose the attitude of gratitude. Now, we talk about what attitude means. Let's talk about what gratitude means. Dictionary says that gratitude is the quality of being thankful and ready to show appreciation, usually an act of kindness toward others. For an example, she expressed her gratitude because her friend shared some chicken wings with her. Now, I made that part up because dictionary said chicken wings, but I added chicken wings. I like chicken wings. Matter of fact, one Thanksgiving, we had chicken wings Thanksgiving. Now, we had turkey too and stuff and all that stuff, but we had turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and chicken wings. It was lots of fun. But the quality of being thankful, showing appreciation, some other words that we kind of use with gratitude are thanks, thank you, telling people thank you, appreciation, gratefulness. Those are all kind of words that come around the idea of being grateful. I choose the attitude of gratitude.
Time now for our series, Hack Your Happiness.
Good morning. Welcome to Magic Book Session. We are in our day 18. So I hope yesterday you had a good time. You felt good writing the magic check. So You can keep few checks with you and write it as and when you need, but keep it in a place where you'll see it regularly. So let's go to day 80 with a short prayer. Please close your eyes. With the blessings of God, all the great ones, we thank you. Thank you for the abundance, all the material abundance, all the financial abundance, all the abundance in health, abundance in relationships that we experience. We thank you for all of them and all the abundance that's coming our way. We thank you. Thank you for them. Eyes and in full faith. So, okay, so let me share the chapter. Okay, now I'll share the screen. I think it got disconnected. Let's start with this. This is also very interesting chapter, especially if we have a lot of things to do and we don't know where to start, how to sometimes get help. So it's a very, very interesting chapter. So let's start. Day 18, the magical to-do list. The world is full of magical things waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Edith Philpotts, novelist and poet. Really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend in the end. Sorry, is your best friend. It is always there for you and always available to help you. It will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean on it, the more it will do it for you. And the more it will enrich your life. Today's magical practice will show you how to lean on gratitude even more. And so it can do far more magical things for you. Every day, there are little life problems that come up and that need solving. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed if we don't know how to solve a situation. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things. All the things that you need to do, you are at a loss because there are only 24 hours in the day, and it may feel that you're overwhelmed with work and you want more free time. I think this is a common thing with a lot of us where we don't know how do we find the free time to do what we'd like to do, but uh, and we are stuck with these things. And there are other little problems that are coming, but you can't see any way to have it. You may be at home taking care of your children. You are feeling frazzled or exhausted, but you don't have the means to get support to give you time out. You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but you have no idea which way to turn to fix it. You may have lost something and tried your best to locate it and had no luck. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, perfect babysitter, great hairdresser, or amazing dentist or doctor. And despite your best efforts, you haven't been able to find what you need. You could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do. You don't know how to respond to them, or you could be in some kind of dispute. So, in our life, we have small little things that we get stuck with. Sometimes something needs fixing, we want to meet somebody, we are not able to get appointment. uh, we want to buy something, but we are not able to find it. We want to probably read a book, but we are not able to find time. So there are a lot of these small little things that, and of course, time constraint, everybody faces it. So how can we uh, resolve these things? So the you could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do, and you don't know how to respond to them. Or you could be in some kind of dispute with someone, and instead of getting it resolved, things seem to be getting worse. So actually, we have this foundation office, and somehow there is a tenant there. The office does not really disturb anybody. There are hardly two people, three people working in the office. They come on their time and they go back in their time. There is no a lot of visitors coming to that office. There is not much noise. There is just some music or slight thing playing in the this one. But somehow this tenant, not the tenant, one of the person staying in the apartment, she keeps getting annoyed with, you know, the office being there, and she keeps writing these messages once in a while, saying that, you know, they should be removed, and why are they here, and, you know, they are disturbing people. While the office as such does not really disturb people. The work is going on quietly and does not involve a lot of people coming and going, new people coming and going. So, you know, sometimes we have these kind of things, you know, maybe a neighbor saying something and we don't know, or sometimes some people in your house, you've told them that, you know, maybe some staff, you've told them to do it this way, but they're not doing it. Someone in the house, you want something to be done in a certain way, but it's not really happening. So the magical to-do list practice will help you with any little day-to-day problems when you don't know what to do. And when you simply want something to be done for you, you'll be amazed at the results. When you combine gratitude's magical power with law of attraction, people, circumstances, events must be rearranged to do what you want done for you. You will not know how it will happen or how it will be done for you, and that is not your job. Your job is simply to be as grateful as you can be for what you want done right now, as though it were done, and then let the magic happen. So, this is this is a magical thing that we don't know how it will happen. Sometimes we'll think, "Ki, you know, why is this person going to stop complaining, or, you know, why will we have to change?" Like in our case in the office, how can we, you know, even though we are not doing anything, how can we like kind of, you know, calm her down so that she does not react every time maybe a car is there. So this is what we need to do. We are going to use the gratitude practice for getting that thing done today. Create a written list, written to-do list of most important things you'd like to be done or resolved for you. You might put things on your list you don't have time to do and don't want to do, along with any current problems, from the smallest things to do to smallest day-to-day things to bigger life situations. Think through any area of your life where you need something resolved or done for you. When you finish making your list, choose three things from your list to focus on today. And one at a time, imagine that each item has been magically done for you. Imagine that all the people, circumstances, and event have been moved to do it for you. And it is done now. All done, all sorted, all solved for you. And you are giving massive thanks in return for it having been done. Spend at least 1 minute on each of your three items, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. You can, okay, so imagine sorry, all done, all sorted, all solved for you, and you're giving massive thanks in return for having it done. Okay, you can follow the same practice on the rest of the items on your list at another time. But there is power in simply putting the things you want done on the magical to-do list. So we need to make a list of all the things that we need to be done, small or big. We don't know how it is to be done. You've tried a lot of ways, but you don't know how to go about it. You just put it in this list, whether it's small or whether it's big. Rhonda Byrne is saying. And then she says, for three things, just visualize like it is done. You don't know how how it's going to be done, or how things will change around you for it to happen. That we don't need to think of. We just need to think of it like it is already done for us and feel the gratitude that it is done. Remember, the law of attraction says like attract like. That means when you are grateful for the situation as though you have them, you will attract everything you need in your life to resolve the situation. Focusing on problems attracts more problems. So that is what we mostly do. We focus, how is it going to happen? It's not happening. It's been almost a year, but the situations are same. Uh, or it may be even that um we might be even talking to other people about it. Like sometimes, for health, we say, yeah, I have this knee pain. I've talked to so many doctors. I've gone to so many doctors. I've tried different therapies, but nothing works for me. Every time you say nothing works for me, more you're going to attract situation, nothing works for me, or all these things don't really happen, or people are just there to make money. They'll make you do all this, and it really doesn't work. So this is what we will keep repeating. Then what are we going to attract? Similar circumstances, similar people, where more and more things will not work, or it will not work for that situation. So you have to be a magnet to the solution, not a magnet to the problem. Be grateful that you have the solution. It has been resolved and attracts the solution. To demonstrate how powerful this magical practice, I want to share a story with you about my daughter, who used this practice to attract her lost wallet back to her. After being out one night, my daughter discovered the next morning that she did not have her wallet, and she had no idea where she might have lost it, or even it had been stolen, if it had been stolen. She called the restaurant where she went to dinner, the taxi company she used to home, the local police, and she searched the streets and knocked on surrounding doors. But no one had found her wallet. Other than the fact that my daughter's wallet contained the usual precious things in it, including all her bank and credit cards, driver's license, cash, her biggest concern was her wallet contained no current contact information. Because she had been overseas for some time, she didn't have a publicly listed phone number with a common surname. There seemed to be no hope. So, but despite the seemingly impossible obstacles, my daughter sat down, closed her eyes, and got a picture of her wallet in her mind. She visualized that she was holding her wallet in her hand. She opened her wallet, she went through all its content, and she felt enormous gratitude that she had her wallet and everything in it back and in her hands. For the rest of the day, whenever she thought of it again, my daughter imagined she had her wallet in her hand and she felt enormous elation and gratitude that her wallet had been returned to her. Later that night, she received a call from a farmer who lived 100 miles away saying that he had found her wallet. The extraordinary part of the story is that the farmer had found the wallet in the street outside my daughter's home in the early hours of the morning. And he immediately searched the wallet and looked for the contact details. He made several calls in trying to find its owner, but to no avail, and so he gave up and drove back to his farm with the wallet. But while he was walking out in the field at his farm, the wallet kept nagging and nagging at him. He decided to search through it one last time, and he found a small piece of paper with a man's Christian name written on it. And so he put the Christian name together with my daughter's surname and called directories assistance. There was just one listing for that Christian name and surname. The farmer called the phone number, and it was the home of my daughter's father. To this day, we do not know how the farmer got that phone number because it was an unlisted number. We called directory assistants ourselves several times after this happened, and the response every time was, "Sorry, there is no listing for that name." From 100 miles away, through the most extraordinary sequence of seemingly impossible events, my daughter's wallet was returned to her intact. She fulfilled her part in being grateful that she had her wallet back, and as it must happen, gratitude performed its magic and moved every person, circumstances, and event to return her wallet. The magic power of gratitude is available for you as well, and it always has been. You just had to discover it for yourself and learn how to use it. So, isn't this amazing? Sometimes we are looking for, some team member. We are looking for a staff. We are looking for maybe a person to teach our kids. We are looking for somebody who can help you understand some app. Sometimes you want somebody to give you information on legal matters, or maybe some kind of the phone. There is some glitch in the phone, and you don't know. You've tried going to the shop a lot of times, and still the glitch is not happened. Sorry. So if you look around, we have these small little things that is on our mind. We don't know what to do about it. Sometimes it's even that you see your bookshelf and then you want it to be rearranged, but you are not finding time to rearrange, or you're not maybe giving it to somebody because you want it to be arranged in a particular manner. So when all these things are going on, there are these small things that you think, but then you leave it, or you procrastinate, or you leave it for the next day or some other week, but it is incomplete. So you write a list of all of these things, and then let's see what we have to do. Of course, the 10 blessings, and I hope you are continuing with the 10 blessings. So count your blessing, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Create a written list of the most important things or problems you need done or solved. Title your list the magical to-do list. Choose 3 of the most important things from your list, and one at a time imagine that each thing has been done for you. So out of that entire list, first we'll choose only 3 and visualize, imagine that it is done for you. So like as you saw in Rhonda's daughter's case, she actually saw the wallet was in her hand. She opened it and she saw everything was in place, and she was like feeling very overwhelmed and happy that she got her wallet back. So something like that. So for example, if we need a tutor and we are looking and we are not able to find the tutor, you can actually visualize a tutor sitting next to your son, daughter, and visualize that they are studying, and the tutor really takes care of the needs of the child, and takes complete responsibility of that subject or the studies. Similarly, for example, if it's the bookshelf, you can actually visualize the bookshelf in order, in neat and very neat, and kept orderly. So this is something you can visualize and feel grateful for that. If it is a legal understanding, then you can say thank you for having that legal issues solved, and you you didn't have, and that problem is done and finished. So this is how you can visualize. So spend at least 1 minute on each thing, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in in return. So all we need to do is that raise our feeling, raise our vibration by feeling gratitude and feeling thankful and feeling happy that it is done for us. So just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rod in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Okay? So this is what we are going to be doing for today. And I think we're all going to enjoy. And then just choose 3 things, and then you can go to the next 3 things and next 3 things. Okay, so that is the task that we have today. So
Okay.
let's, any questions? Okay,
Priyanka,
so
I am
let's get
having a
on.
query.
Yeah.
When we have gone for the magical relationships, the relationships we have to be corrected. जिसके साथ भी प्रॉब्लम है कि तो जरूरी है कि मेरे साथ अगर किसी की प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं उसी पे काम करूं, किसी 2 अलग जो मेरे बहुत क्लोज पर्सन्स हो, उन दोनों की आपस में ट्विनिंग अगर सेट नहीं है तो कैन आई वर्क ऑन देम?
You can write it for now, but we have a chapter in few days. So that will help them. So that chapter says that if there are certain things that you want to do for somebody else, but since we are not directly involved, how can we help them? So that's one chapter. So you can write this in your wish list. We will know what we can do for them in that chapter, how we can do it for them.
Okay.
So we can't like really directly, of course, you can, visualize that they are, now the relationship is more harmonious and, they're more respectful and whatever you want in the relationship. And in that chapter, it will teach us how we can help, because sometimes there are friends who want monetary help, but we don't know how to help them, because obviously you have helped them with some money, but maybe they need more money and there is always difficulty. There's somebody who wants a job, and it's another city and you don't know anybody, so you can't really help them, but at least there is this chapter where we send kind of blessings or vibration to help them find the right job. So there
Okay.
is a chapter. So in that we can do additionally what is required to make a difference in their life. So you can just write it in your list.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's end today's session with a prayer and then we can start with our list. Okay. So with the blessings of God and all the helpers, thank you. Thank you for helping us write the magical to-do list. And thank you for all the help you sent in. We thank you in full faith. So, okay, so thank you so much. See you all tomorrow with the day 9.
Thank you.